All right, we're ready to reassemble the firearm. All parts have been cleaned and lightly lubricated. Again, you want to be sure there's no live ammunition in the area before you begin reassembly. And it does help to use a gun vise, but I'm going to demonstrate without the gun vise here so you can see that it can be done. Starts with putting the recoil spring back on the recoil spring guide. Then you want to put the piston back into and flush inside the gas chamber area. There is some resistance. You want to get it completely flush. Then you want to reassemble the bolt carrier group. You want to start with that locking nut in the down and forward position. You want to attach the spring guide portion of the bolt carrier onto the bolt carrier, and then lay the bolt carrier on the guide rod and start the bolt gently into the gun. You need a little bit of protrusion right here to get started. Then you want to take the barrel group with the piston inserted. You want to lay it on top of the bolt and align the piston with this hole here, and then once you've got it started, jam it all the way to the rear. Hold it, then find your bottom nut and go the opposite direction of what the arrow shows to screw it back on. You want to get that finger tight, no tighter, just finger tight. Now this is the opposite thread from this. So you want to hold the bottom nut so it doesn't turn, and then install the top nut. And again, it goes opposite the direction of the arrow on the nut. So holding the bottom nut, tighten it to finger tight. Okay, that now locks the barrel group, the bolt group, and the bolt carrier group all into the gun. At this point, you want to pick up the fore end. You want to get it lined up with the barrel, front and rear. And wiggle it on in there, get it started. You want to push it back until it's flush. Then take the fore end plate, run it up on the barrel, and wiggle it around till it gets completely flush with the front end of the barrel. Then you want to take the barrel cover and screw that onto the gun. Finger tight. Finally, you want to select the choke that you're going to use for the next use, and you want to put that into the barrel and screw that in until it's near flush, and then finish it up with the choke tool. Line up the choke tool with the cutouts, and then finger tight, choke is locked back in. The gun is not complete yet. To finish the loading sequence, you're going to have to open the bolt slightly and rotate the fore end lock into the locked position. Now this gun is ready to be used. And we will lock it open. And again, verify that it's unloaded and ready to go. And that is how you put the Fear 105 shotgun back together. So, again, this is a shotgun, a true shotgun. The bore is smooth bore. So with slugs, it's not going to be as accurate as it would be for a purpose-built slug shotgun. But with 00 buckshot out of a 3-inch shell, you're throwing 15 .32 caliber pellets downrange at around 12 to 1300 feet per second. So it is equivalent to taking 15 shots with a .32 caliber pistol. So that's per each shot, and there's 5 shots in the magazine, or 10 shots or 15 shots depending on the magazine. So You do the math, you find out you're throwing an awful lot of lead downrange every time you use one of these to defend yourself. The chokes. If you have to use small shot for a defensive purpose, you might consider going to the chokes to give you a tighter pattern further out. For instance, shooting 7.5 shot with a modified choke will give you at about 25 feet about a 3-inch diameter impact pattern, which is tactically significant, even though you're shooting technically bird shot. So the tighter the choke, the smaller the impact circle at a given range, and the longer the shot string is as the choke does its thing to the shot as it's leaving the muzzle. Keep in mind though that steel shot, don't want to use anything over improved cylinder, and even then I'm not sure with this Turkish metallurgy that that's even approved. That'll be a question I will ask Ike of GARAYSAR, see if he can find out what the metallurgy is of these chokes, so we know when we can use them, when we can't use them with steel. That's it for now. I'm going to turn this video over to Firearms Fred, and I'll also send a copy over to Ike at GARAYSAR so he can determine what needs to be done to upgrade the warranty card to make it more of an owner's manual than what it is right now. Thank you, and good day.